So this lovely herb has my mouth watering with the smell of it as it's wafting up while I'm talking. It's so delicious. This is turmeric, Curcuma longa, and it is an incredible herb. I just love it. These are the little rhizomes of turmeric. You probably are used to seeing it as this beautiful orange, golden orange powder, but this is where it comes from. These little rhizomes, and they look very much like ginger but much smaller. Has the same growth habit as ginger, puts up long lance-shaped leaves, and has very ginger-like flowers as well. And it has these rhizomes that are orange inside. They're just, and they smell unbelievably good. So if you've ever had fresh turmeric, you know how good it smells. I've spent quite a bit of time in Southeast Asia and in Nepal, and I've been at friends' houses when they've had turmeric drying on the roof of the house. So lots and lots of turmeric root that then gets ground up into the powder. And the powder, when it's made from those freshly harvested roots, is unbelievably delicious smelling. So smells, they have that incredible ability to take you back somewhere with such a strong image. So turmeric I use quite a bit. It's an incredible anti-inflammatory, and that these days that's what it's mostly known for. It's used a lot now in arthritis, in muscle, joint pain, because of its incredible anti-inflammatory properties. So it's pain relieving, reduces inflammation. When you've got arthritis in a joint, when you've got muscle pain, where you've got inflammation in tendons, it's an incredibly powerful anti-inflammatory. It's actually used in traditional Ayurvedic medicine, and it's always taken in milk. It is lipid soluble, it's fat soluble, and the milk has lots of fat in it, and that helps with the absorption of the turmeric. Also often add a little bit of black pepper or a little bit of ginger to the turmeric, and that helps with the absorption of the curcumin, which is one of the anti-inflammatory constituents of the rhizome. So it's way more than an anti-inflammatory, though. It's a herb that is really incredibly good for the digestive system. So it protects the stomach lining, it protects the liver, it improves bile flow. So it's not something that you would use if you have gallstones, because increasing bile flow a lot when you have gallstones can cause a gallstone to become trapped in a gall duct, which you don't want. But it increases bile flow, and is a hepatoprotective, so has been used traditionally in recovery from hepatitis. Part of its incredible action on the digestive system is that in addition to its anti-inflammatory activity, it's astringent, so it helps to heal the lining of the gut and reduce inflammation in the lining of the gut. Often there's inflammation in the lining of the gut that causes leaky gut syndrome. That can be a real large component of joint issues and joint inflammation. So you can see where not only is it anti-inflammatory, but it's helping to heal some of the underlying causes of joint pain by helping to heal the gut. Turmeric is a very good antibacterial. It's antifungal and antiviral, so a great all-round antimicrobial. And in fact, when you walk through bazaars or markets in Nepal and in India, you'll often see that the meat is bright orange. It's covered in turmeric. So because people have the meat hanging, there's no refrigeration, you're in a market stall, so people will hang the meat covered in turmeric to help it stop it spoiling, to stop it becoming attacked by bacteria, and to help stop it degrading. So that's what the orange colour of the meat is due to. It's due to turmeric powder being rubbed all over it. Turmeric is also being used more and more in cancer these days. It's being found to reduce the growth of cancer cells, to prevent formation of cancer cells, and turmeric actually helps prevent the cancer cells from developing resistance to chemotherapeutic agents, which means that the chemotherapy can be used for longer without a resistance developing, and potentially therefore having more effect. In addition to turmeric's action in digestion in the liver, it has blood thinning properties, so it can help reduce stroke and blood clots. So you can use turmeric in a few different ways. Some people actually like to make a drink of turmeric from either milk or from coconut milk or almond milk, and add a little bit of ginger or black pepper to it. Some people like to take it by the capsule, and the daily dosage of it is recommended at 1 to 3 grams a day. So you can take it in milk, you can drink it with milk, or you can take it with something that has fat in it. So you can take it with something like a full fat yogurt and a little bit of black pepper or a little bit of ginger to help with the absorption of it. And you can use the powder, of course, in cooking. When you're using it in cooking, you're not going to get high enough therapeutic dosage of it, but it's really helpful for general health as a preventative. But if you're using it therapeutically, you're going to need to be taking a little bit more than you would be taking in a curry, for instance. So turmeric is also a powerful antioxidant along with its anti-inflammatory action. And you can see you really want this vibrant orange color that indicates its potency. And you can see, just rubbing it on my fingers, how orange that gets. So if you're chopping fresh turmeric root every day, you're going to have yellow fingers, orange fingers. And you want to make sure that you're using a cutting board that you don't mind getting orange. In fact, a useful thing to know is that if you spill turmeric on your clothing, the best way to, it's very hard to get rid of, except the one way to get rid of it is to rub soap into the turmeric stain and put it out in the sunshine. And that just completely, it evaporates. It just not evaporates, it just disappears completely, the turmeric stain. So that's a useful thing. If you're using a lot of turmeric, it's a useful thing to know. Really important when you are using turmeric that you have a really good source of it, that you're getting it from a very reliable manufacturer. There's so much demand for turmeric these days because there's been this real awakening as to how potent it is. And there are definitely adulterated turmeric capsules out there that have coloring added to them. So make sure that whatever turmeric you're buying, whether it's the powder or the capsules, that it has a certificate of analysis with it to confirm that it is a pure ingredient. So to conclude, turmeric is a great anti-inflammatory, really useful in chronic inflammatory conditions such as arthritis, arthritic joints, inflamed tendons, inflamed muscles. It's a really good hepatoprotective, meaning that it protects the liver, increases bile flow, increases secretion of digestive enzymes, and protects the digestive tract. It is a warming, aromatic herb, so it definitely brings a lot of warmth, and that aromatic component of it is antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. So all of those, the pathogens, it helps to protect against those. It's useful externally also as an anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. So you'll see it used in wounds, and you'll see it used on sprained ankles. So the powder made into a paste and packed around a sprained ankle to help reduce the inflammation and to reduce the pain. It's also useful for the cardiovascular system to help prevent stroke, has blood thinning properties, and it's a powerful antioxidant. It's a herb that is best used either in a capsule. If you're using it, the fresh root, you can simmer it in milk and add a little bit of black pepper to it, or if you prefer plant-based milks, you can use a coconut milk or an almond milk, but make sure that they are fat rich, because it is much better absorbed if it's extracted in a fatty extractant. If you're using the powder in cooking, it's fantastic, a great preventative for all kinds of things, but you're not going to get a therapeutic dose from use in a curry. So you want to be using the capsules, and 1 gram to 2 or 3 grams per day of the capsules, and making sure that you have a really good, reliable source that you're getting your turmeric from. So that is turmeric, Curcuma longa.